42 49 49 49.
Réalise ton rêve et deviens la star.
Pour réaliser de grandes choses dans la vie, fais de petits gestes tous les jours comme les 1, 2, 3 avec Colgate.
1, réveille-toi, réveille-toi. 2, brosse-toi, brosse-toi. 3, souris toute la journée avec une haleine fraîche les dents. 3, souris toute la journée avec une haleine fraîche les dents.
Fais les 1, 2, 3 avec Colgate et assure-toi un avenir qui te sourire.
Yellow, il est 7h. Appelle, envoie des SMS, surfe sur Internet et tente d'être parmi les 10 millionnaires cette semaine pour relancer tes activités. Découvre ton objectif au étoile 160 Jazz.
Le journal.
Le journal.
The News. The News. Presented by Liliane Daffon.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday's edition of our 7 a.m. Bango newscast. We begin with information from the Far North region, where 2 Cameroonian soldiers have died in an operation that was carried out last Saturday in Tofu 1, Mayum Tanaga division by presumed Boko Haram fighters. A military post was destroyed by the armed men during the attack. At least 13 persons sustained minor injuries following a road accident that occurred last Saturday morning in the Far North region along the Marwa-Bogo motorway, according to an online report. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Celestine Kecha-Kutes, the Director of Civil Protection at the Ministry of Territorial Administration, Maria Tuyap, some members of the Rapid Intervention Battalion were among those who sustained injuries. Reports as of Saturday said the ministerial convoy was driving to Kaikai on top speed when 4 vehicles somersaulted and ended up inside a river. Minister Kutes and 6 other ministers were about rounding up their ministerial assignment to assess the damage caused by heavy floods in the Far North region and provide assistance to the flood victims, as well as evaluate the collapse, do an evaluation of the collapsed Pala Bridge. After the interministerial tour, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanyanji, had this to say.
We are in front of the Pala Bridge, which is completely damaged. You have the Minister of Public Works, who is the minister in charge of this sector. We were in the Mizao Bridge. We have the Minister of Urban Development. So this is the first time we are having 7 ministers in a delegation in the region, because the head of state wants to know exactly what can we do to bring appropriate solutions to the difficulties we have. For the floods, we have the question of natural catastrophes, but we all have other things which we can manage. So it's only at the end of this meeting that we will present a comprehensive report to the head of state, and he will give orientations to the government so that once again most of the problems could be solved. You know that the Far North region is very crucial and is the bastion of the CPDM. President Paul Davi is very, very much attached to the difficulties of the region, just as he's attached to all the difficulties in other regions.
And 2 female toddlers have been burnt alive after their incident occurred recently in Adumbun, a village located few kilometers from Baturi, Bumba, and Goko division in the South region. Reports say Mepong Madeleine, 3-year-old, and her junior sister, Brenakel Clariette, 2-year-old, were left by themselves in the house by their parents who went out for work. Upon his return, the father of the deceased, Pierre Denis, noticed that his 2 girls had died inside the flames. Informed of the situation, the commander of the gendarmerie arrested and remanded the father of the children for questioning, while his wife attempted committing suicide severally. The cause of the inferno remains unknown, but locals suspect a criminal act. Social media users have collectively condemned the arrest and detention of an 18-year-old student of Government High School Bagate in the West Region. Gassam Nuche Gervais Kevin is confined at the Konige prison in Yaoundé for allegedly sharing leaked questions of the baccalaureate exams. The recent developments surrounding the fraud in the backboard has sparked outrage amongst Cameroonians. Speaking last week, the defense team of the accused 18-year-old Barrister Emmanuel Sim says injustice is done to his client. Worthy of note is the fact that 7 administrators at the Ministry of Secondary Education, after an investigation following the controversy surrounding fraud in the exams, had been given 3 months suspension by the Minister of Secondary Education, Professor Pauline Nalova Lyonga. The Cameroon military say they have killed one of the ringleaders of the armed groups in the northwest region. Fonte, popularly known as Mad Dog, was shot on Saturday. Fonte was indicted of being one of those who attacked and robbed a bank last month in Bamenda. And in politics, one of the frontline opposition political party, the Social Democratic Front Party, has threatened to boycott the upcoming regional elections if the Anglophone crisis is not resolved. In a 2-page document after a weekend meeting, the SDF party insisted that the implementation of federalism is the only way out of the ongoing armed conflict. SDF's threat comes a week after another opposition political